Joining me right now is Senior Congress Leader Deepender Hooda, Rajya Sabha MP. Deepender Hooda ji, thank you for joining us. Appreciate the time that you've given us. You know, we are at that cross junction there where the nation is on edge on multiple counts, but the parliament remains paralyzed. I want to put the focus on a state that you come from right now, which is the state of Haryana, in a riot situation today, Deepender ji. My question is, the Mewat region always been communally sensitive. What according to you went wrong? Because now what it seems, what is spoken of, Chhattis Biradari, Bhaichara, all of that has gone up in smoke.
You're right about the situation in Haryana. It's very unfortunate and very painful to see, because Haryana has not had a history of communal flare-ups. In fact, the Mewat region itself, we have never seen communal clashes. Even in 1947, this area remained largely peaceful. So what has happened is truly shocking, painful and unfortunate. And in fact, it is an assessment of everyone on the ground that this is an avoidable situation. It is happened because of absolute governance failure on part of the Khattar government. The government did not take adequate preventive measures that it should have taken. On the day of this procession, there was no police deployment, there was no administration deployment. If in time the government had acted, this could have been totally avoided. So that's the situation. And you know, now I would like to appeal, you know, all our priorities at the moment is to ensure that no further harm is done. There is the situation of remains calm and peace is ensured. So through you, I would like to appeal to all the citizens of Haryana that they should all contribute in whatever way they can to ensure that peace prevails, harmony prevails, because it is on the bedrock of this peace and harmony that Haryana has been able to have a success story like Gurugram, which is the #1 investment destination in our country today. All the Fortune 500 companies are in Gurugram.
But Deepender ji, you talk about Gurugram. Deepender ji, you talk about Gurugram today. It's no longer Nuh, it's no longer Mewat. It's no longer Nuh or Mewat, Deepender ji. Today in Gurugram, the millennial city you talk of, people are being told to go work from home, because right now, even 24 hours after the riot, things are still burning, shops are still burning, violence is still rife.
So that's what what I was, pointing to. It is on the bedrock of social harmony, peace. That's such a success story, a growth engine like Gurugram, which is not only driving the economy of Haryana, but not only NCR, but one of the most important growth engines for our country today. For the first time in its history, has seen communal flare-up, and we need to ensure that all the forces who want to, somehow harm that growth story, they don't succeed. And so that's our first, that should be our #1 priority. That's why I'm appealing to the people. I appeal to the government also. 100% this incident could have been avoided. It has happened because of government failure. But at least now government should take all the adequate steps that are required to ensure safety of the people, security of the people, and to ensure that peace and harmony is restored. Right. And I appeal to you also, that all the media channels also, because you know, in such sometimes the media channels tend to take a strategy of exciting news versus playing a constructive role, certain channels, but this is not that time.
Well, Deepender ji, there is never any time.
Role, and because it is national interest.
For any news organization, there is never any time to make a quick buck at the back of tragedy, and you can trust the India Today group not to do so. But I will ask you, Deepender ji, a short while ago, the Chief Minister held a press conference. He's called this a conspiracy. Now, there are leaders within the Haryana government who are blaming the local leadership in Nuh Mewat. The MLA is yours, sir. They are saying that possibly a video was circulated or provocative speeches were made on that side of the divide. Do you condemn both sides who have indulged in this violence, Deepender ji?
See, like I said, this is a complete failure of government. And why do I say that? And the Chief Minister's statement is also a proof of that. There were provocations from both sides, videos were being circulated from both sides, etc., etc. Atmosphere was such. Now a procession is being held in such an atmosphere. Why the police force was not deployed? Why the people were left to fend for themselves? Either the government can claim that they did not have intelligence report. Who has the intelligence department? CID department is with the Chief Minister. B, if the intelligence report was there, then the government decided to sit on it and do nothing. And who has the Home Department? The Home Minister. So who is at blame? It can be either they did not know or they did not act. Now there are reports, some channels have done some sting operations, etc., that the intelligence officers, the CID department inspectors, they are saying that 10 days back they sent the report to the government. But the police, so your channel has done that a sting report where the intelligence officers are saying that about 10 days back they sent the report that this is the situation is inflammatory. But the police department at the same time, police officers are saying that they did not get any directions. So where did that report go missing? Either the Home Minister's office or the Chief Minister's office. Okay. Both of them now, Mr. Vij and Mr. Khattar, are saying that there was a conspiracy. If they knew of the conspiracy, why they did not act? That itself proves the point that it's a complete governance failure on part of this government, which our state is paying a heavy price today. For this. Mr. Khattar has gone on to say in his press conference today.
Go ahead, sir.
So he has gone on to say in his press conference today that every citizen, you cannot have police force to provide safety and security for every citizen. Now what kind of statement is this? It is the responsibility of any state government to ensure that each and every citizen feels secure. That's the basic responsibility of any state. If they cannot do it, let them step aside. We will provide safety and security like we did 10 years of Congress rule in Haryana. Not one riot had taken place, not one skirmish, and not one agitation had taken place.
Deepender ji, charges, like I said, are also being laid on your own MLAs.
If Khattar,
so the question arises, Deepender ji, do you condemn whoever is responsible, be it a Muslim, be it a Hindu, be it your own MLA? Yes, sir.
It doesn't matter. Anybody who is any miscreant whatsoever, any miscreant who is responsible for creating any violence, they should be given exemplary punishment. But along with that, it should be also looked at where the government failed, and the government failure led to this. So both, no culprit should be spared. I demand from the government that they cannot spare anybody. But at the same time, the government should introspect and they should take the moral responsibility of this failure, and that's at least that they should be answerable to the people.
All right, Deepender ji, appreciate you joining us. Thank you there. Of course, it's an election in Haryana very soon next year. A lot of what goes on this time around will have a bearing on next year. We're going to keep a keen eye. Appreciate you joining us, sir.